And on the 6th day, God looked up on the motorcycle rider and saw that the seat was firm, the road was long, and the rider's backside was not built for such punishment. So he said, "Let there be a butt buffer." And there was a butt buffer, and it was good. And on the 7th day, God rested comfortably up on a butt buffer. And he saw that the rider could now go forth and lay miles without complaint. Revelations 4:20. Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. I always thank you, that's right, you, for checking back in. Okay, so I first introduced the butt buffer back in November of 2020, and then we followed up with a podcast episode, which was number 276, where we actually interviewed the owner of butt buffer. And since then, we have sold a massive amount of these things and actually became the #1 reseller in the world. And I must say it's still one of my all-time favorite products. And so one of the most recent uses of the butt buffer was when my crew rode through British Columbia, Alberta, and Yukon territory. You'll definitely see it in that documentary film. There's actually part 1 and part 2. It's available right here on the Law Abiding Biker channel, and I will link to it in the description below. And the crew has used the butt buffers on many trips over the years, spanning 12 days up to 5,000 miles at a time. You'll definitely see it in those documentary films. And this isn't just a product we promote. We live with it, ride with it, and rely on it. So since we first launched it, there has been some changes and some options, and I want to make you aware of those so you know exactly what to get before you purchase it in the Law Abiding Biker store. Okay, so just hear me out here. So there's guys that say they have a custom seat maker in their town, and that is true, and that they make the seat exactly for their butt. And so I always get these funny pictures in my mind of somebody, naked ass hanging out, and they're putting it in some sort of plaster material and capturing the form of their butt or a tape measure on each butt cheek. And then from there, they can carve out the foam perfectly to match their butt. And hey, I'm sure those seats are great, and a lot of guys have spent a lot of money, and I respect that. And hey, my Saddleman Road Self on my 24 Street Glide from the Law Abiding Biker store is not all that cheap either. And hey, even those guys with those custom seats will tell you that on long distance trips, they too even get pressure points. I've personally seen it riding with many people over many years. All of that is factual, and it is just the way God created us. So if you have a problem with it, take it up with Him. A good seat plus a butt buffer, that's the winning combination. All right, real quick, if you appreciate this video and all the videos we put out to help the biker community, you can support us by shopping right in the Law Abiding Biker store. And everything I talk about in this video, I'll link to in the description below. We are just a bootstrap company of bikers helping bikers. We appreciate every customer. We'll definitely take care of you. We're not like the big corporate stores. We actually use, test, and install many of the products we carry in our store. Then we make helpful videos for the biker community. Remember, free shipping over $100 and no sales tax if you live outside Washington State. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in a little deeper here. So there's 2 different inserts to choose from. The first I present to you is what we call the premium PEBBLE polymer insert. It's the one that I personally use and definitely recommend. It is the premium of the 2. Now, what makes it a PEBBLE polymer, you ask? Well, if you look here, on one side, it's smooth. For reference, this is our small one. We have different sizes. I'll get into that in a minute. But as we flip it around, you will note that on that side, there's little rubber balls or nubs, if you will. And so that's what makes it the PEBBLE polymer version. And so between the 2 inserts, the PEBBLE polymer is the newer of the technologies, and it's made for premium pressure point relief. Okay, so I want you to get a closer look at this because this is made of a hospital grade material. It was actually taken from the medical industry for patients with bed sores. And at the time of this video, the premium PEBBLE polymer is only about $15 more. Okay, and so if you're wondering, when you put the PEBBLE polymer insert into the cover, it's got a smooth side and of course the PEBBLE polymer side. This side goes up so that these nubs or balls are on your butt. And I don't even know an easy way to say that, so let's just move on. And so having those directly on your butt, that's what offers that premium pressure point relief. Okay, so your second option is what's called the classic insert. So if you're pinching pennies, don't let that stop you from getting a butt buffer. This is still a really great option. It's still going to provide a very good amount of pressure point relief. The difference is, and again, for the demo here, this is just our smallest model. We have different sizes, but you'll see on the classic version here, it's actually smooth on both sides. So you don't have the PEBBLE polymer side. And so again, at the time of this video, about $15 cheaper. And you would definitely be satisfied with this too, if that's the option you pick. And yes, this too is made out of the same hospital grade material. Again, just reiterate, it just doesn't have the PEBBLE polymer side. All right, so regardless of which insert you choose, they both go in the same outer cover, which is called our airflow cover. And so 3 different sizes of inserts and 3 different sizes of airflow covers to match the size of the insert, of course. And they all come with a very similar strap and hook and buckle system, and all of that is included with your butt buffer. So we offer 3 different sizes of the butt buffer. This is the small, which measures 11 inches by 11 inches. And this is really going to be geared towards something smaller, of course, like a small bike, small seat, or of course a passenger seat or pillion pad. Next is our medium, which measures 16 inches by 12 inches. This is going to be suited for like a mid-size cruiser. And last is our large version, which is the one I have on my 24 Street Glide. And this measures 18 inches by 14 inches. But my best advice to you is, before you order, just take a moment and go measure the seat that it's going to go on so you can make sure that you get the proper coverage. And these aren't just for street bikes. They can be used on any motorcycle, street, dirt. In fact, I use the small version on my adventure bike, a KLR 650. And so again, regardless of which insert you choose, they all come with the same airflow cover, which you can take a look at it. It is designed to circulate air in and around and through while you're riding. But the most exciting part is there's some new color options for the airflow cover. And so of course, your first option is black, which goes with a lot of stuff. It's definitely our most popular. Second is our red option. Third is our silver option. And last is our blue option. And so years, of course, like I said, the black is our best seller because it goes with everything. But I definitely welcome the new color additions. All right, so now I'm gonna share some personal tips with you, and that comes from years of riding with the butt buffer. So the first thing we wanna talk about is the bottom here. Now, you can see it comes with straps and Velcro. Also, it comes with plastic buckles that you can put on those. And so you have an option of putting it on your seat, wrapping the straps around, and buckling it underneath. Now, I don't personally do it that way. You can, of course. And in fact, nobody that I ride with does it that way. The reason is, I want to take a look at the bottom of this. This is made with a very, very grippy material. And so I don't have any issues while riding with it moving around on the seat. And further, the reason I don't like buckling it down is because when we make a stop and maybe it's very hot out and go to lunch, I can literally just take it off and throw it in my saddlebag. So when I get back out, it's not roasting. And also, when you get to your hotel at night, if you're not parked under cover, even at lunch maybe, and there's a threat of rain or it is raining, I can put it in the saddlebag again. So when I come out, it's not soaking wet. And yes, you'll see it in some of our documentary films. A few of the guys have made that mistake, and it will definitely absorb water. Now, while you're riding, that's not a big deal because you're sitting on it and you're covering it. Yes, it's going to get a little wet on exposed areas, but it doesn't matter because if it's raining that hard, you're going to be in rain pants anyways. And so we've ridden with this in triple digit hot temperatures all the way down to below freezing, and it works well regardless of what the ambient temperature is. And if you're wondering about heated seats, I definitely run a heated seat. That's my Saddleman Road sofa from the Law Abiding Biker store. Love that thing. But yes, your heated seat works fine. It will definitely work its way right through that hospital grade material and you'll feel it. It does take just a little bit longer for that heat to work its way through. And just real quick, we'll get right back into your video. If you do appreciate this video and all the videos we put out to help the biker community, you can support us by becoming a patron member, and I'll link to it in the description below. There are many benefits for signing up as a member, such as t-shirts and stickers. You get access to the private Facebook group. It is a troll-free zone. It is nothing but bikers helping and connecting with other bikers in there. You get access to live video broadcasts and chat, podcast episodes early, premium videos upon request, access to the ride, meetup, and events, and a year-round 10% off discount code for everything in the Law Abiding Biker store. We appreciate you considering becoming a member. Let's get back into your video. So let's talk about all the junk seat cushions out there on the market. And I can tell you that the crew has used many over the years, so this comes from a place of experience. Let's first talk about those gel pads. They are not as comfortable. They definitely do not relieve the pressure points as well, and they can leak if they get punctured. And depending on what kind of gel they use, it can literally freeze in cold weather. And of course, we all see the air seat cushions. Yes, we've tested those too, and they all eventually started leaking, and you just have to throw them away, and that's just money wasted. And they do not relieve the pressure points as well. And so unlike the air or gel seat cushions, the butt buffer is made of solid and elastic material. So no freezing, no leaking, no failures. So let's talk about the guy behind the company butt buffer. He's a rider, just an all-around genuine guy, and his company is right here in the USA. He simply took it up on himself to solve a problem that every rider has. And the best products always come out of solving a pain point. And he sponsored the Law Abiding Biker podcast for many years now, and that continues because his product is legit. This is just one of those products that we get zero negative feedback. Customers buy them and they just love them. And there's a ton of 5-star reviews over in the Law Abiding Biker store, and that does not happen by accident. They literally sell themselves at this point. All right, so once you have a butt buffer, you will never go back to riding just on your seat again.
Like Ryan just said, finally stepped up, bought a butt buffer. I can tell you that it absolutely helps out. Gets rid of a lot of those hot spots that affect your ass over riding this many days and this many miles. Like you said, we're logging close to 4,000 miles on this trip.
Yes, no matter how expensive or how good you think your seat is.
I run an aftermarket seat, which is an excellent seat, but even with running the butt buffer on there, it improves it dramatically. So go get yourself one. I'm telling you, pick it up. You're not gonna be disappointed.
And remember, I'm going to put links in the description below straight through to the Law Abiding Biker store for the butt buffer, and I'll also pin it to the comments. And remember, we're just a bunch of bikers helping bikers, free shipping over $100, and no sales tax if you live outside Washington State. And just real quick, before you leave the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon. Every time those are hit, another biker joins the revolution. We'd certainly love to have you be part of it. And remember, your ass wasn't designed for this, but the butt buffer, it was. And that comes directly from Ridelations 420. Treat your ass with some respect already. Peace.
It doesn't matter how good you think your motorcycle seat is, at some point you get pressure points on your butt. No more aching